It is 3:13 in the morning and we are headed to the salon.
Woo! I'm excited.
Can I get 2 deluxe breakfast sandwiches with sausage? A small hot latte. I think we should try.
We don't have
I love about coming to a new country is a new passport stamp and a new note. I collect notes. I'll have to show you my collection sometime. But this one I'm keeping has a little slot on it. Okay guys, we made it to Costa Rica. There's this amazing volcano behind me. We're driving to our villa right now, but I have to tell you guys the absolute mess that has been going on at home. I got a call from the sitter saying that Fig's lamp caught fire and his enclosure was on fire. Thankfully, she was able to call the fire department. Our entire neighborhood came, got the cats out, and everyone is okay, thankfully. You know, it was just a small fire, but still incredibly stressful and crazy situation, but thankfully everyone's okay. Hopefully we can enjoy the rest of our trip. We just checked in to our hotel and holy frickin' moly, it is insane. We are staying at the Tabacon Resort and Spa. It took about 3 hours to get here by car via San Jose Airport. Brad and I booked the honeymoon suite and let me show you guys around. So Brad and I aren't here on a work trip, but we are going to be working here. We decided to just book this trip ourselves. We're not working with the hotel, we're not working with any products, but I'm still gonna take some time to get content while we're here, obviously. So we're gonna show some behind the scenes of getting some of that footage for Instagram. I wonder if you could get me just like walking in. And
with the phone? So we've finished taking content in our room. Now we're gonna go find some food and scout location for shooting tomorrow morning. Brad and I have not had food since like 5 a.m. this morning. So yeah, we're gonna go find some food and do a scout. You heard me, let's go. So we have wandered around and found the place that we want to shoot tomorrow. Is this amazing hot spring here at the Tabacon Resort and Spa. Happily found location. This place is huge, and so it took a little bit of wandering around. Now, Brad, let's go get some food. So we finally made it to our dinner spot. I got spaghetti bolognese. And Brad Great
got
Italian food in Costa Rica. Steak, local steak.
And it is actually really good. We just drove out to kind of like the touristy area away from the resort that we were staying at, so it's a bit cheaper, but the food is really good.
Yeah.
Found this little cute guy cruising on our lounge. After a long day of travel, a long day of shooting and cruising around, it is now time to relax. It is 7:15 the next day. We're getting breakfast before we leave to go shoot that waterfall. I'm having cinnamon toast, sugar toast. When we were in Bali, people were making fun of me for this, so let me know in the comments if this is something that you guys do. I grew up in the Midwest, kind of middle class poor, and this was a staple for us there. Because we are going to be shooting on a waterfall, it's obviously going to be really loud. Brad's going to be on a bridge pretty far away, so right now I'm just going through and giving him direction on the shots that I want and the different like phone videos and camera videos that I want for filming. So I'll bring you guys along for that too. Okay, so basically I have written down what I want Brad to get, and I have remembered the IG crop for photos because there is a crop on Instagram, and then I'll also be adding a couple of like inspo shots that we found online. Obviously don't copy the photos that you see. I'm going to be in different positions and everything, but just to get an idea for framing, because Brad is not a photographer.
No. I have a creative bone in my body.
But he is the most amazing Instagram husband. So we've made it to the hot springs here behind me. They open in about 10 minutes. If you want to get photos with no one in the hot springs, make sure you are the first to arrive. So hopefully people are slow to arrive this morning and we get some amazing shots. But yeah, we'll see you in a couple minutes. Just finished shooting. We shot for about an hour, and so now we get to actually enjoy this place. And Brad got
So
himself
nice.
Show him your coconut.
I love coconut.
Brad got himself a nice coconut. Brad, what would you say is one piece of advice you would give to all of the Instagram husbands out there?
I think the biggest thing would be communicate, especially if she's the talent. She has in her mind exactly what she wants the video or the photo to look like. So you need to do a good job at like getting that out of her. That was something we really struggled with when we first started our journey. We would almost get into like arguments or fights because she didn't like what I was doing, but I didn't know what she wanted. So I think if you just keep asking questions and make sure that you know exactly what she wants.
And I would say my piece of advice I actually have two pieces of advice for all of the Instagram wives out there. My first one would kind of go along with his, which is like, be very clear in what you want. So I'll mark certain things in the like setup image. I'll be like, okay, make sure you get this tree in the bottom third of the photo along this grid line. Make sure you have like this much of the sky in it. Make sure I'm centered and you only have like the top of my shorts in it. Like very, very specific about what you want, and that'll help so much. Like again, the communication thing, which I feel like we've gotten like pretty good at over the years. Like we killed it today, honestly. And then my second piece of advice is to just be patient with them because they're learning right along with you. They're not gonna, they're not in your head. They're not gonna know exactly what you want unless you tell them, and be patient in the process. And also just remember to like have fun with it. You're not always gonna get perfect conditions. You're not always gonna get the perfect shot, and like that's okay. In the beginning, I think I struggled a lot with like getting really frustrated if I didn't get the shot that I envisioned, getting frustrated with him, getting frustrated with the circumstances. And that's just not fun for anyone. So have fun with it. Know that you're not always going to get the perfect shot, and that's okay. As long as you're having fun and you're with the person that you love, then that's all that matters.
That's so funny. We've come such a long way.
We've come so far.
Yeah, we've changed so much since we've started.
Yeah.
That just reminds me of all the times you would just get so mad at me.
Crash!
Because it wasn't the perfect photo.
So
It's
funny.
true. Cheers.
Cheers.
Love you, babe.
spent the day exploring Fortuna, which is the town that we're staying in. We did a sloth walk where we saw some wildlife. We got some great, amazing food. It's been such a fun day. But we just checked in to the Airbnb that we'll be staying at the rest of our trip. Something that I get asked as a content creator is, how do you balance getting all of the different content for, you know, photos for Instagram, Reels, TikTok, and now I'm adding YouTube. And the biggest tip that I can give you is to create a shot list of everything that you want to get. I basically just keep everything on my notes app, but I have a list of Reel ideas that I want, and then I have YouTube ideas as well. But if you can create a shot list, it makes getting all of the content much, much easier so that you have a checklist of things you can check off when you go to each location. So right now we're gonna catch up on some work. We're gonna figure out what the plan is for tomorrow, and then we're gonna get dinner and then hit the hay.
Oh, okay.
We decided to opt for traditional cuisine today, eating at a local Costa Rican restaurant. Brad actually ordered pong.
Yeah, what was it called? Casado con lengua was what it was called.
Yeah, but they were out.
They were out of
They were
time.
out. I'm pretty bummed.
So
I
I
was
got the
excited.
pollo instead.
I got
don't know what yours is called.
something
Looks
similar,
good there.
but I am very excited to try it. It looks delicious.
And then I ordered a drink. Well, I didn't know what she was telling me in Spanish, but turns out it's like a big pink child's drink.
Which is perfect for Brad.
Looks great. Cheers.
We've made it to La Fortuna Waterfall. We tried to get here as soon as they opened, but online it said 7:30 and they actually open at 7. So there's a ton of people here already. Let's hope that we can get the content that we came for. I'm sure we can. But yeah, excited to show you guys this waterfall. We just got done shooting at that waterfall. Now we're here getting breakfast, but I wanted to give you guys just a dose of the realness that comes with travel and owning pets. We got an update from our sitter, and unfortunately my cat Buddha is not doing well. He hasn't been eating for about 3 days now. It could be stress. It could also be something else, so we are having her take him to the vet. But yeah, obviously we're super worried about him. We hope that he's gonna do well. Thankfully, we'll be home in just 2 days. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated, and hopefully it's all good news. Brad's got the drone out for this epic shot. This is still day 3. We took some epic photos there. If you want to come to this spot, it's about $100 per person. There's tons of hot springs. We did get a complimentary day, so we can come back tomorrow if we want. But this place is incredible. I think it's well worth it. We had breakfast and then we came to location number 2 for the day. It is the Springs Resort and Spa. We're gonna take some photos here. We're gonna get the drone out. So we will, of course, show you guys some behind the scenes of all of that. We just finished shooting down at the Springs and now we're gonna have some lunch. We did get an update from the sitter. Good news, we thought Gouda might have a blockage from something that happened prior to our move, but it turns out he doesn't. I think he's just really stressed from the move and me being away and then the fire that happened. He hasn't been eating or drinking, which isn't good, so they are gonna give him some fluids and try to get him stable, but good news is that he doesn't have a blockage. So now we're gonna have lunch. We are going to also shoot some content here for a couple of reels. It is our last day here in Costa Rica and we're going to Rio Celeste. We read online that if you want to get photos and videos with no people here, you have to be first in line. We were first in line, but we did not realize that you have to buy your tickets online first, and there's hardly any service here, so it looks like we might have to go back, and there's already, as you can see, people going in, so we'll let you know how it goes. We just finished shooting at Rio Celeste, so we're done shooting for today. This is our last day, so we're going to spend some time looking for, hopefully finding treats for the pets, and then souvenirs for ourselves. Okay, we got Zuko little peanut butter cookies. We got the cats tiras de pescado, which is just like little fish treats. And then we also got Zuko again patas de pollo, which is like chicken feet. Let's hope the pets enjoy. We are finishing up the day with some work back at the Springs Resort and Spa. I get asked if working while traveling takes away from the enjoyment of travel. And honestly, I feel like when this is my full-time job, like I wouldn't trade that for the world. What about you? Do you think it takes away from the enjoyment of travel?
No. Sometimes it adds to it. I mean, here we are like traveling in this beautiful place, and we get to work from here too. Where else would you want to work from?
True. That. I mean, obviously everyone's gonna be different, but yeah, I definitely wouldn't trade it. Today's the day we get to go home and see the babies and leave Costa Rica sad. We have made it home from our trip. Everyone is safe and sound, doing really well. It's been a few days since we've been back, but I did want to show you guys my little camera setup because I feel like I might get some questions about the gear I use. Let me know in the comments if you guys want me to do another like gear video and breakdown of all the gear that I used on this trip. But this is the camera I use. It's a Canon R5. I use this for the video, and I use this for all of the Instagram photos that we take. As always, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you have any questions below, and hit that subscribe button if you want to see more pet life, DIY content, content creation things, travel, all of the things that makes Through the Leaves. Thanks again, and I hope you guys have an amazing day.